Hello there. So at this point, you should have been able to figure out the amount of space the meal bars take up each day. By using the video from last week, you had the picture of the meal bar and its dimensions. When you multiplied its dimensions to find the volume and then multiplied by the meal bars for the day, which was 16, you should have gotten 154 inches cubed. Now, what we'll have to do is figure out how much of those meal bars can fit into Orion. There's very limited space in Orion. 4 astronauts have to live in a space that's 316 cubic feet. That's a very small space. And they can't bring too much food or the spaceship will get weighed down. So we can figure out that the food storage container will have to be on the smaller size. So I looked at some fridges that you may see in your house and I came up with a smaller version of it. 5.5 feet for its height, 2 feet for its length, and 2 feet for its depth or width. What would the volume be of this fridge? If you multiplied the 3 dimensions correctly, making sure that you turned 5.5 into an improper fraction, you should have gotten 22 feet cubed. That's the total space that we can put the food into. We have a little bit of an issue here. Our volume of our storage container is in feet cubed, and our volume of our meal bars are in inches cubed. We'll have to figure out, how do you convert cubic feet to cubic inches, or the other way around, cubic inches to cubic feet. Let's have a little talk about conversions. To convert feet into inches, well, 1 foot is 12 inches. So to turn feet into inches, you multiply by 12. If you have inches into feet, you divide by 12. However, let's now move on to square feet. Well, if you think about a square, that's 1 foot by 1 foot. 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 square foot. Turn into inches, you do 12 by 12. 12 times 12 is 144. So in order to turn square feet to square inches, you times the square feet by 144, or vice versa. You take the square inches and divide by 144. However, our storage container is a 3-dimensional object. So if you think about it, if it's a 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot cube, 1 times 1 times 1, 1 foot cubed. Inches, you'd have to do 12 times 12, 144 times 12, that's right, 1,728. So to turn cubic feet into cubic inches, you would multiply by 1,728. Or the other way around, cubic inches, divide by 1,728 to get your cubic feet. Now, what would make more sense for our problem? So if we wanted to take our food storage container, which is 22 feet cubed, and turn it into inches cubed, you'd have to multiply it by 1,728, which would be a very large number. And to figure out how many meal bars would go inside of the food storage, you would have to take that very big number and divide it by 154, which would be a lot of long division. So the better way for your problem would to take the 154 cubic inches and divide it by 1,728. Seems daunting. It's actually not, because you can write it like a fraction with 154 on the top and 1,728 on the bottom. Now we can divide with fractions. You can write 22 over 1 divided by 154 over 1,728. Then you'll be able to do your keep, change, reciprocate. Don't forget about that. And I'll give you a hint. There is a way to cross simplify. Take that into account, try to solve the problem, and when you get to that, that will tell you how many days of food the astronauts will have before they run out. Take that number, match it up with the number that you already have for how many days it will take you to get to your planet. If there's a good match, that means you can make it to your planet. If not, then we may have to tell NASA to not go to your planet and explore other options. Work in your astronaut teams and try to figure out if we should be sending people into deep space. Good luck.